energy of, I didn't know that about you. This is very interesting. How, I didn't know that was in there. That's exciting. It brings out new parts of you. It allows you to express yourself. Do it. Go out there and be of this freedom, this creative energy where there is no limits. Women like that kind of stuff, especially. I don't know how you men are, but I know I like it. Shoot, be creative with me, boo. Take me somewhere. Let's go do something I ain't never done before. Let's go see something I've never seen before. It's just about being, creative and willing. It's about being free. It's about, having this open mind and this open, broad perspective to where things are just open. So, this second to last is transactional. This point is really cold-hearted in a way, but I still want you to hear it because it's important. My mom taught me when I was a young girl, don't judge me or my mama, that relationships are, well, I should say she taught me that marriage relationships is really just a game of pimps and hoes. There is, I was young when my mom taught me that too, but, it's transactional, okay? It's transactional. Relationships are transactional. So there comes a time when you have to draw back for a moment. Take a look at the transactions, okay? These are ones and zeros, positives and negatives. Binary. This is pros and cons. Very simple things that you can draw from your experiences in a relationship. So when you do your diagram or your list of your pros and your cons, or your positives, your negatives, your ones and your zeros, add those things up, okay? Because like my mama said, what's love got to do with it? What does it have to do with it? Nothing at all, okay? Nothing at all. Has nothing to do with it. Relationships sometimes can feel like love when they're not doing anything for you that is actually love. Love is care. Love is nurturing. Love is growth. Love is development. Love is happiness. Love is warmth and all these other things that make you feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. But if your relationship and its transactions do not equal out to love, you're not coming down to that when you boil it all down and reduce it, something got to give. Somebody's got some explaining to do, because how do we feel like love? First of all, you can acknowledge yourself. If I'm looking at these transactions on this list and it is a love relationship in theory, but it's not one in reality, based on this list of logical transactions, be reasonable with your transaction list. Be logical about it. But if it does not equal up to what your definition of love is, if you're not feeling it, even though that's what you're calling it, come on, somebody. Take a time out to stop and read those transactions. If somebody is overdrawing your account with those debits and not giving you enough credits, we're going to have to close that account. We're going to have to close the account. You overdrawing me. Okay? Don't get overdrawn over something that is releasable. Why allow automatic drafts coming out of a bill that you ain't used? Okay? Why are you paying somebody else's light bill? Don't do it. Don't do it. Transactions are extremely basic as well. So take a moment to realize when you're being over withdrawn. And the final point is, I don't know. Oh, learning. So learning is the final point. I didn't have it highlighted like I thought. But anyway, learning about the person that you're with and allowing them to sort of exist as you learn them, not really trying to mold them or change or conform them. Just be open to learning a person, okay? Live and let live. Learn the person and grow from or grow with the person. Learning has a lot to do with growth. They're almost synonymous in their definitions of what they are at the essence. So, when you're learning in this relationship, take notes, be very observant, be very objective, sometimes be critical, but always be reasonable. Okay? Always be reasonable. When you're learning, these are things that a person is showing you. They're showing you who they are, showing you what they are, what they came for, what are their intentions. learn those things. Use them for your benefit in relationship. Learn the person's tendencies. You know, you tend to get mad when I do this. You tend to get jealous when you see me doing with this person. Learn them. Learn how to cope with those things. Learn how to navigate those things. I'm not saying kiss nobody's ass, but I'm saying you can help yourself by learning. You know, avoid the pitfalls, avoid the landmines. Don't just go into it with an attitude of I'm going to just let it be. No, learn and be intentional and learn how to help yourself to a healthier relationship by what you've learned from your observations and your theories, your testing, your hypothesis, okay? Allow your learning process to suit you for whatever purpose it needs to suit you for. So, the last thing that I want to say, first of all, everything I've just said is very applicable to men or women. But like I said, I had a person I was engaging with, and he said that he wanted to know a little bit more about what women can do to appease the situation. Now, like I said before, I can't speak for all the women in the world. I'm going to just speak for me. Because I have a tendency to not know what I want, okay? Alan says women don't know what they want. They are not aware that they don't know what they want. And they're also mad because they don't know what they want. Now, I agree, personally. I agree with that on a grand scale. I agree with it because I've suffered from it. I have been in a position in my life at several times where I didn't know exactly what I wanted or why or, you know, anything, any of those details. But at the end of the day, there was a longing that I had at some point for somebody to help me to figure those things out, because life is tough. It's just me living in my mind. Sometimes you need people around you to give you feedback so that you can sort of get an understanding of what you're giving off and then try to make those tweaks and then come together with something a bit more cohesive and comprehensible. So, ladies, let's do our parts to figure out our own positions in our relationships. Let's figure out what we want out of them and out of the men who we choose to be with. A man cannot give you what you don't know that you want. Okay, so yeah, let's try to narrow down on those things. Okay, it's not about some kind of race or some kind of competition, or how can I come up with something good that just sounds good about what I want out of life. It's really sitting down with yourself and allowing yourself time to figure out what you want. Dig into yourself and be aware, be confident enough to, be yourself. Next, I want to say, ladies, oh my goodness, please stop being so clingy with these guys. Get out of their asses. These men don't want you up their ass. Find something better to do. Okay? Find something better to do, sis. The queen is not stuck up the king ass all day. No. Find a life to live outside of your man. That man is tired. I'm going to get to that next. That man is tired. He don't need you all the way stuck up his ass and around the corner to the left. These men are out here, trying to figure themselves out too. When you attach yourself to a person so closely, sheesh, let him breathe. Let him breathe, okay? Y'all be out here wanting to text every 5 seconds, a response in 0.5 seconds. Y'all want a man to give you his whereabouts, who he's with. You don't want to let him do nothing because you're worried about what he's doing when he's out. Yeah, oh my God, my brain hurts just thinking about it. Okay, sis, get some confidence about yourself. Get some whatever. Get whatever you need, but leave him alone. Let that man live. I can't even imagine what it feels like to have somebody so clingy like that. So, let it be. Just let it be. And I'm going to say y'all men too. Y'all be clingy too. But the next thing I wanted to say about, women in relationships and us, I've recognized is, ladies, I said this in my relationship hack video, and I'm going to elaborate. We have to stop expecting these men to pay our way through life. When you go to dinner, imagine every time you see a woman that you like or a man that you like, and you just want to spend some time with him, that's taking money out of your pocket just to spend time with the person, just to find out more about who they are. Now, if a man is clever, he'll understand and learn better ways to have free dates and do things that are cost effective. I know a lot of, bargainista type of dudes out there, but ladies, we should not be expecting these men to take out of their bottom line. A lot of them have children, they have bills, they're working at the slave ship. And this is another thing about empathy that I wanted to talk about, because when a man come home from the slave ship, he don't want to know that not only is the world and everything else trying to take out of his bottom line everything he's worked so hard for, but that you, his partner, you're supposed to be helping to build him up. And you're so focused steadily on taking out of his bottom line just because you're his woman. You want him to take you shopping. You want the gifts. You want the dates. You want the trips. Again, my head is hurting. This man is slaving for these dollars. And you want him to give them up? You want him to pay your bills? You want him to do all this extra stuff? Why? Because you're having sex with him? Sex is free. Men can get sex for free. They don't have to pay for it. So, a lot of men are looking at relationships like the guy that asked me to talk about this. He said he doesn't get enough return on investment for being in a relationship. And I say, brother, I get it. Because I put myself in your shoes, okay? I'm not getting ready to be out here tricking off my money on every man I meet. If the roles were reversed, I'm not spending no money on you. For what? I just met you. Get it going. Bye. So, that's ladies, we don't have to get our worth from how much a man is willing to spend on us or how much we can get out of a man. We should be looking to put into this man. We should be looking to increase him, not to decrease him. These are dysfunctional ideas that I believe come from social conditioning. Matter of fact, I know that they come from social conditioning, because this is not something that comes from our history. Being a gold digger, being the type of person who's not self-sufficient, who can't